kick things off on springtime. First of 7. Can underdog Sock cause the ultimate upset, or will it be Happy as so often in the grand final? The stats clearly in favor of Happy. We don't have to predict that everything but a Happy win would be a giant surprise. 53-14 all-time stats, but their first encounter on this patch. Between 1-0 and Happy, it's like the one plays this style, the other refuses to play the same style as well. Except against, no, not even against Night Elf. It was oftentimes like 1-0 plays fast expansion, Happy plays tier 3 expansion, but never the same style. Versus Human, we've seen a couple of directions as well, but for Happy, whenever he can play a Crypt Lord, he will play a Crypt Lord.
Yeah, this matchup indeed still seems to be very, very focused on it. I feel like some maps are very good for Lich, where you have easier creeps, where you don't need beetles, especially where you also can go for mercenaries. There are mercenaries on this map, but they don't have the good old Deuce Bull, and it's not the easiest camp to go for. Happy's going for the instant expo creep, as we see by Undeads most of the time in this matchup, especially if it gives a fast level 2, which here it will. And still going with that Impale first. That's another Happy special that nobody else goes for. And we're still not sure if it's actually good or not, but Happy likes it.
Well, if you have the perfect surrounds and in the winner bracket won a lot of games by Impale surrounds to buy time, who can blame him? He trusts it, it's his comfort zone, and that camp is level 2 directly as well. The big question, what's Sock going to do? Is he playing one base rifle push, as Fortitude oftentimes does here, or does he have different plans? And it looks like, oh, nice dribble to get out of the surround. Looks like he wants to expand. Going for the Sasquatch, has the Militia here, Archmage level 2.4, and a Cloak, which could save his life down the road.
Good amount of experience, but obviously lacking that level 3. And now we're going to go on a little bit of an expansion hunt. Sock is trying to avoid the early fight with Happy, pulling back the peasants. Happy kind of running into nowhere. Ideally, you wanted to scout with the beetle, but that beetle is scouting in the main base. And yeah, the expansions might not be that easy to set up. Of course, Happy knows with the AM not at home, must be heading to his expansion with the staff. Crypt Lord gets over there, doesn't have any rods anymore. And it does feel like Sock has to get the cancel here to keep this game even.
He has no rods anymore, and he also has no shop, of course, because Happy is always going for that. And Happy is waiting for an attack at his expo. The Acolytes are ready, but Sock, the Trickster, goes for the main base.
Creeping at the same time with the Militia on his side of the map, the little green camp, that's going to be level 3. That's going to be a great power spike. AM saving a bit of mana, and now we got the level 2 Water Elementals. Those should be doing pretty well against the Ghouls and Crypt Lord here early on. Entire Undead army is only melee, so you can out-micro it normally pretty well. But of course, Happy's always fighting on Blight, so the HP regen is huge. But Sock didn't get the Expo cancel. That's a very easy expansion setup for the Undead. With the Human Expo way later, I feel like Sock has to get some significant damage in here to keep this game even.
I agree. One of these targets could be the Tome of Relics to delay Rod, to delay Sacrificial Dagger, but he's only interested in Ghouls and the Crypt Lord. Here's a kill, but was that enough? 0.2 of XP, only intercepting a few Acolytes. Archmage, ooh, against Happy. You shouldn't get too close to the trees when the Ghouls are there. And Happy, of course, with the perfect response, has the Ghouls ready. Archmage also, staff gets back ready to defend.
Yeah, you always gotta try to attack and defend, I mean, at the same time in this matchup if you can, otherwise you might be falling behind. This ghoul attack here, slowing down the expansion a little bit. And even losing these ghouls I think is not that bad, because the AM is level 3 already, so no scary level up really right around the corner. Crypt Lord got the new rod, coming in with the staff, and Happy loves to take out these towers in the early game, but it's almost finished.
Oh man, incredibly close. The shop is down again. Tower, oh, he thought he could repair it, but there was only 2 workers there. The 4th of the Undead, too strong. Expo can't finish. It's only 1 worker. He has to call new Militia. Happy can tech already, or is maybe teching already. Beetles still destroying, Skeletons still destroying all these free units. It's finally time for the Crypt Lord. That is a chance for Sock. There's no TP, and the staff's on cooldown. He got it.
Big surround right here. There's going to be a huge jump in experience as well. Level 4 Archmage already. Okay, now we're talking. That's a 2-level lead. But in the end, the expansion is still paying off a lot of gold here. Hard to tell right now who's in the lead, but I think Happy's still a bit ahead here. He's been mining for so long already.
Happy frequent guest at the tavern, like Remo back at the day at Uncle Willy's pub. And Sock still working on that expansion, man. The third militia call for this. And yes, Happy is indeed teching. Takes him 2 minutes. Shop was re-erected again. But that Crypt Lord kill and that XP lead could carry Sock through the mid game.
Yeah, Sock needs to finally stabilize here at the expansion. If he can push across the map and force a fight at Happy's Expo or in the main base, wherever, if he can utilize now his level lead, that could do well for him. But Happy, smartly, he's not falling back. He keeps the pressure on and is trying to make sure that he's not getting attacked and damaged too much on his side of the map. But then again, everything's hurt. Maybe at some point he has to fall back. We have a huge mana regen advantage right now on the human player. It's insane. Sock has to go for a pressure play here.
He is being pressured still by all these skeletons. He really wants to finish the town hall. He's fighting for every HP on every peasant. The first map is 7 minutes and 30 seconds old, and I gotta say, Sock is showing a great game with a good game plan. He surely comes prepared. Still the question if that's enough. Well, we have a little bit of a downtime. Thank you, Taker. Hope you had a great morning stream with a lot of Shadowhunter and a lot of Pit Lords. Much appreciated.
Happy knows an attack is coming. He's setting up towers. He's got 2 in the main, 2 at the expo. Archmage. Oh, is he just walking into us around here? That was a little bit risky. And we got the footies over towards Happy's natural. Is that defend? That would be a big help here, but it looks like so far there isn't.
There isn't. He needed all the lumber and all the resources for the tech, I guess, which has started for Sock as well. Both techs rather late. Happy still minutes ahead. Can he force some acolytes here? Happy preemptively rebuilding them, getting some kills done. Archmage still distracting, and I like these little chip damages on the Crypt Lord. I've seen this from grunts recently in Soin's hands, especially against the Demon Hunter. Like, always shaving away a couple of HP. That adds up and might carry you, but now we got tier 2, and I think there was a potion involved even. Crypt Lord doing better again.
Yeah, absolutely. Healing up. DK soon going to be there as well with the coils. And huge for these defenses, Wand of Negation. Not a very cheap, but a very effective tool to deal with the water elementals. There's finally level 3. Waited for that one for a long time. And looks like with that and the fiends coming out, Happy is stabilizing. This footy attack won't do too much anymore. And Happy can build on his tech lead again.
We got 30 seconds till Sock is at tier 2. He's close to level 5. Then the Wand of Negation becomes less effective because you can't dispel a Water Elemental with 3 charges anymore, as Water Elemental gets more and more HP. But Happy loves to shop in real life and outside. We got Mana Potion still, a new Wand of Negation. But so far, Sock is keeping Happy away from his economy. Amasses 1,300 gold, and defense is up as well.
Staff home, Water Elemental again taken out. Footies trying to still be relevant for as long as they can. Sock knows very soon these footies aren't going to be worth a dime anymore. With tier 3 finishing, destroyers coming and so on. So getting some acolyte kills here is nice. Getting some fiend kills would be beautiful. But we're still waiting for that MK. Ideally in this matchup, or let's say, if the matchup is perfectly even, I think the human has a tiny tech lead and a tiny second hero timing lead. That is not the case here. So this gives you a little bit of a feel that Happy's in a good spot. But you mentioned something that has kind of flown under the radar. The gold. The gold is looking great for Sock. His expo was way later, but somehow he's got a way bigger bank. So this position might be better than initially it looked like.
He is rather conservative with his footmen. He's not going 12, 13 of them like sometimes an Infi and a 40 does. Tier 3 on the way, and he didn't need too many towers, or he felt like he didn't need too many towers. Let's see if that's an oversight later. Going for the Shredder now to help with the lumber. Level 5 unlocked, Claws +8, wonderful. Mountain King needs some help, DK needs some help, but we also get the double workshop, and this is, I don't know, Knights Gyros is something we don't see too often anymore. It's oftentimes Griffins, but before we talk about the tier 3 transition, maybe we have to talk about a little sapper that's coming from Sock.
Could blow up a tower here. That Nerob is already low HP. Doesn't look like Sok has a huge army right now to go for a really strong push along with that. Oh, but I guess he's feeling confident with the power of that level 5 Archmage. Those Watch Elementals indeed pretty good right now. We're seeing the Griffin areas coming now, by the way.
Ooh.
Normally, Griffin Gyros is what the humans try to go for. Zapper, does it connect?
No,
Oh,
no,
Happy,
no.
quick as always. Will not allow.
You are not getting fooled by that, man. He already prepared for this by building the Ziggurats so far apart, so 2 Ziggurats can't be sniped with 1 Zapper, and then the 1 Zapper, like, he is so quick with these responses, man. Many people get fooled by this, not the hamster.
The tier 2 stage is often the most difficult for human. This is where the undead will often take control and creep the map and work with all that map control. Because human needs tier 3. Needs the tier 3 army. Whether it's knights or griffins, you cannot get along with tier 2 units. This is where the undead has the advantage in the mid game. Can build a fiend army already, and those are going to be relevant and good for the entire game. But of course, as we know, the longer the game goes, if we get insane upgrades, insane supply numbers, the griffins tend to look better in the end game.
The human army in the late game is better than your army. I'm curious if Happy is experimenting with Banshees once again. It comes and goes, like 1 week is Banshee time, the other week is everything but Banshee time. Also a bit player dependent here. I love so far how Sok keeps Happy busy. There's a Zapper here and there. Now there's a Zeppelin here as well. The last, like, Happy wasn't able to threaten the expansion once, and he was also never attacking the base. Whenever Happy marched forward, Sok was ready to keep him busy.
Yeah, really good play indeed. Now 1 destroyer is left behind, and that dispel is good even against level 3 water elementals. I think get a bit more experience there. Happy, not going for the big push yet. He's taking camps away. He's using his map control right now. Look how close to the opponent he's creeping. This normally should be going to the human player, but because human still needs a bit of time to come online, Happy is taking the initiative, taking that camp away. He could even go for the red camp here. He could even go for the orange camp in the middle. But Happy rather is looking for a real fight now, a real push into the main base.
Oh, Sok sees it differently though. Archmage Mountain King in the base. The Acolytes immediately evacuated. And how much damage can he do? Happy storming towards the peasant line. We got gyros up. That's a good amount, I would say. Heroes are coming in as well. Mass repair. Not too many units falling yet, but the web by Happy is superb.
Happy going mostly for a peasant hunt here, it seems. TP out. Oh,
Ooh.
Nice catch on the Fiend at the very end. That was a split second before the TP away.
Destroy
Happy
as
was
well.
trying to do good damage here and lose minimal. He lost some ghouls, but Sok finds himself ahead on supply. This is not a bad position for the human player now.
There was Fiends, Ghouls, and a Destro. There was like 12 supply dead for Happy in exchange for a couple of workers. Since he has a Shredder, there shouldn't be an issue replacing the gold workers. He has a surplus of them and goes into 80 food now with the super strong Griffins, where oftentimes there's no real solution to them. If you have high Griffin numbers, they shred everything, and there's no Banshees to be seen anywhere for any damage mitigation or anti-magic shell.
I'm kind of surprised Happy's creeping so passively here. These Griffins will just get stronger and stronger with higher numbers and especially more upgrades. Now might not be the worst time to try to face the human army. But Happy creeping indeed safely on the outskirts. I guess he also still is lacking some levels. And I'm kind of shocked that Sok is getting both these important big camps in the middle. That's huge. Look at the items on the MK. Both were great. Sobi and Ring of the Archmagi. He's even getting a shop. He's getting 3 out of 4 middle camps. I think Happy made a big creep route mistake here. If he had focused on creeping on tier 2, he could have taken perhaps all of these orange camps. Now he lost 3 of them.
Well, that also speaks in favor of Sok. We mentioned this before, how busy he kept them, and Happy never felt confident marching across. Sok now with the TP again. Has to make a decision. Do we trade or do I defend?
Sok now looking terrific. Attacking Happy's Expo at the same time, forcing out the TP, counter TP away. No need to fight this yet. This game is looking better and better for Sok now. The longer the game goes, the better these Griffins will be. They're going to have insane damage later on. Happy is finally going for the Banshees. But AMS also not what it used to be anymore. That is not necessarily going to be the answer.
Correcto. It's a big help though, of course. There is a lot of damage on the Griffins, and then you want to mitigate that somehow. And Curse is 33% damage mitigation on everything that's affected, so that might be even more important than the AMS. Archmage level 5 Mountain King makes an important level 3, and he is going Clap. I like that. You have a lot of mana regeneration, especially with that Sobi Mask. And if you get rid of the Fiends, like, what's supposed to answer these Griffins then?
Yeah, this is really, really nice here. The way Sock fought back, especially by keeping Happy so busy in the mid-game. Early game really wasn't that great for him, but he was able to pull the game back. And now this game state is insane. He's got level 3 Pally, level 3 MK before the first real fight. That's a dream scenario.
Yeah, 100%. How many games have we seen where the human is doing okay, but he got like level 4, level 2, level 1, and then there's just not this oomph that you need against Fiends and the Undead Heroes. And speaking of Undead Heroes, we said this many times, but we still have to mention it. This Crypt Lord is not getting much better. Impale 3, okay, but what are the ground units? The 3 heroes. Water Elementals, maybe. And Beetles, they don't do anything anymore. A strong Lich would be the dream, but not just there. Banshees make it out of the field. We got a big mana potion and Ancient Django. Happy's items also not too bad. Are we ready for the final fight? I don't think so. Sock is still working on upgrades.
The red camp here might be an important next objective. That's the downside of a Griffin army. You cannot really creep magic immune stuff too well. So Sock knows if he goes for the red here, it would take forever. That would open the door for Happy for a creep jack, a way back into the game, where now it seems like Sock indeed has the lead. It's of course easy for us to say. We see all the numbers, we see what the game state is, upgrades and all that. It's way harder to judge when you're playing yourself exactly how far ahead are you, what is the right next move, how close is the opponent to catching up to you. This is where mastery is displayed. Ghoul, run by, down to the south, but it's only 3 of them. Shouldn't be that scary.
Yeah, Sock is only down to 11 workers though. It's not that easy to replace the peasants anymore. And what we also see is very early flying machine bombs. Not going to be too easy if you maneuver the gyros in with a click. They will attack ground now, so you got to right click the Destros. First example of that went very well.
Yeah, I think most of the time you can still A-click because it's a question of range, and the range of air attack is way longer than the range of ground attack. And Sock finally dares to take the red camp. Is Happy looking for the creep jack here? The gyros are zoning him out, and looks like the red also will go to Sock. Unbelievable amount of creeping and items that Sock is able to gather here. It's going to be another big one. Warsong Battle Drums, hell yeah, more damage for those Griffins. It's going to be some sick DPS.
Okay, we see a lot of green bubbles here. That might help Happy a lot. Double Invo Potion, Heal Scroll as well. We see Heal Scrolls. Paladin has Divine Shield, so we're not going greedily into Devotion. Archmage has Staff. We only have 1 Staff. Maybe that's what Sock needs still. And he's a bit down in supply. Oh, he's going Breakers now, it seems. With the Sanctum queued, and he's getting ready for 100 food. He's stalling more time for an even bigger army.
Priest Adept training coming. Maybe he's trying to dispel the AMS. That is doable nowadays. Oh, Griffin's in a very strong spot here. They can disrupt the mining very well. Really hard for Happy to get back here. This Haunted might just go down.
He's going for the mine just straight away. I thought he might be sniping 1 or 2 units here. No, no, no. He's going for the gold mine and the Griffin damage. Yes, they're cursed now, but Happy will soon have no income. He can rebuild. He gets a Griffin or 2, but that's a lot of mining. And the main gold mines are expiring in 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, painful blow to Happy, but losing 2 Griffins also kind of expensive.
Guess it depends how long you can stall afterwards. If Happy forces a fight now, of course, very beneficial to him. If Sock can stall like a minute, that might help him.
Master Priest here could be really good. Inner Fire to buff the Griffins and dispel the curse could be sick. Priest always looks so good on paper. I don't know if you remember this, but 2 years ago or so, Sock tried to include already Priest into Knight Gyros to have healing, to have Inner Fire, and was like, oh man, this seems so good on paper. And it never worked, especially against Happy. It literally never worked. It seemed like the better solution would have been to just spam more Knights and Gyros, because all those games I saw, he always lost. Is this going to be finally the redemption day for the Priests? We shall see. It seems a bit risky. We've seen Mass Griffins win many games before. We have way fewer examples of the Priests, how they're going to be doing.
Correcto. I like that he's challenging Happy with new layers to these attacks, and he's stalling more and more and more time. Happy, by the way, lost kind of 10 food somewhere. There was a statue going down I saw. Neat move by Happy. He wasn't mining because the expo was destroyed. And then he broke into upkeep, but where did he lose all that supply? He was in high upkeep.
Good question. I didn't quite catch it either. He's going to deny those Acolytes now as well. Trying to fully get to 80 supply. What's the count of the natural, by the way? Thanks to that snipe from earlier, naturals are almost going to expire at the same time. Sock has 1 more minute left of mining than Happy. But it's looking very even still. And it's a passive late game. This is so good for Sock. How are the upgrades now for the Griffins? 2-2. That is really nice already. He could afford 3-3 as well. I'm kind of surprised he's not going for it.
I agree. Especially defensively would help here. What's the next move for Happy? He is queuing upgrades as well. Also 2-2. Dude, we sound like a bunch of trains.
How can you not love trains, dude?
Well, if they run over you, it's easy to not like them too much.
Yeah, that's an easy solution, dude. Just stay off the tracks. Just don't walk on the tracks. I know it can be hard sometimes, depending on how long the night was, but try to keep that in mind.
What I want to mention here, Sock, his gyro positioning is really good. He's gathering a lot of information, and I've seen it many, many times that you try to do that, but then you fly into Fiends and 4, 5, 6 gyros just dead. This never happened to Sock so far.
Yep. And now he's got enough Fire Griffins. Dude, if these were 3-3 as well, that would be so sick. He doesn't have Devotion Aura.
Not yet.
So he is a little bit afraid of the Coil Nova here, plus Impale. Dude, imagine if they had Devotion as well. What is up with those Griffins, bro? They could be up even higher at a possible 13 armor if they had everything.
Yep, I like it though. Paladin's such a backbone. Shop was contested. As you can see, Happy has 3 Invo Potions. So going for Divine Shield is a safer move. Does make a lot of sense.
Happy's getting ready to morph Destroyers. Chain Morph.
You said...
Ooh, that... I'm just saying, bro. Inner Fire could backfire here.
Yep. How many... Oh, we still have 10 gyros. They also inner fired up, 7 armor.
These are the kinds of fights that I'm so glad I don't have to micro, dude. There is so much to do.
Dude, I'm afraid to cast this. I can't even think of microing them.
Well, now we're gonna have the fight breaking out. Both around 90 supply. Happy, the best destroyer player of all time, and it's not even close. Oh, supply block. Oh, Happy can't get up to 100.
Oh!
Doesn't have the gold anyways, though.
Okay, then, let's go. We go with the gyros. The destroyers seem to be safe here. What can the Banshees do? We got a nice impale in the back. So far, so good. He's fighting in the towers. The position for Sock isn't perfect.
Impale hitting those priests as well. Doesn't have that downside of the priests. I didn't consider before. They're a target for those impales. And who's going to be losing more? Supply still very even. The gyros are all gone. The destroyers kept being fed by mana. The inner fire. It seems like Neo, it has backfired. Uh-oh.
No
Sock,
TP.
did you kind of give away this game?
No TP. What can the heroes do? We have so much mana on the pally we need. Holy light. Maybe close to level 6. That might help. The fiends are quickly disappearing. If that Mountain King gets a little bit more mana, the clap can destroy everything. But Happy seemingly closes this out. Level 6 on the Crypt Lord as well. Just a straight up better fight with better positioning. Another impale coming in. The last Griffin about to fall. It's not the last Griffin, but one of the last Griffins about to fall. There we go. Huge levels on Happy.
Yeah, Happy smashing this fight. 20 supply now up. And off the back of this, he could expand again if he wanted to. He has the resources. Absolute shellacking. The priests are left over. That's the only part of the army. No more damage for Sok. It backfires on him. That's sad, right? He wanted to innovate, and it was punished immediately. I guess we got the answer here, boys. Priests really is not it against Undead right now.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't even blame it too much on the Fiends. The positioning was terrible in the towers. He used one Holy Light the entire fight. He could have saved so many more Griffins. I feel like he was very focused on the Mountain King and trying to get into clap positions and using heal scrolls and stuff. But the main reason to have this Paladin is the Holy Light for that. Didn't use it, and if you don't heal your units, they die.
Yeah, true, he could have done a lot better. Also, retrain into Blizzard would have been insane here. And yeah, more Holy Light is also something you want to use. But in general, I think these priests are just bad. They give destroyers more mana, and they give the Crypt Lord more targets. You have fewer gyros. That's why the destroyers won the air battle. There weren't enough gyros. There were too many priests.
I was about to say, like, shouldn't the gyros just own the air battle? Maybe that is, of course, the downside of having these priests, you can argue. If you don't have the priests, then you have automatically more gyros. Maybe also, I didn't even catch it. Did they attack the ground? Did they attack the air? There was so much chaos, it was hard to see.
Yeah, they just attacked the destroyers, but they died before the destroyers went down. It was only 2 Destros left at the end, but that is great to have. Constant dispel against the water elementals, and absolutely nothing to deal with them anymore. Their magic damage is okay against Griffins, but mainly they can't be killed. Yeah, Sok, I think he made a big tactical mistake here, going priests. I think it feels like this is something he wants to make work against Undead, and against the best Undeads in the world, but it just ain't working.
Would Breakers have been better, maybe? Just against the Curse, to flip it back, as they so often
way
do.
better.
They can't be impaled compared to Priests. You have a little bit of a front line against Fiends then as well. Destroyers can't attack them. And the tech tree is also way quicker. You could even possess the Beetles then. So, yeah, Breaker, maybe, next time.
You don't even need too many breakers, especially if the game is slow. You make 3 breakers, 4 max, and then you gather up mana, and then you're going to have enough mana to reflect all the curse. They would have been so much better. Sok definitely had a big lead in the late game stage here. Once we got to 80 supply with all those upgrades, he gave it all away. Now he is really far behind. 25 supply, or 26 to be exact. And we're about to mine out. Sok is hoping that his longer lasting gold mine might slingshot him back into a good position. But I think he just lost too much, dude. I mean, what can you expect? You lose all your gyros, you lose all your griffins, and you only have 1 mining base. It's not a good spot.
So if Sok is allowed to outmine, he will still get 1,000. Then he's 1,500. He can build back to 70, maybe? Happy is not allowing anything, though. Happy is supply block, by the way, so he can't sell his base, pump up to 90, 100. Nice snipe there.
I like this. He's selling the duplicate buildings. You don't need double temple. You don't need double crypt. You don't need double slaughterhouse. Happy, very efficient. Oh, and finally the Happy signature move, unsummoning the altar. 2nd time this game. Happy is very, very green, I think, in his environmental policy. Lots of recycling.
Well, is it that efficient, though, if you rebuild it? That is something I don't know. But yeah, probably recycling is very, very prominent on his mind. Cares a lot about the environment and the world.
I'm sure he does. Especially the one that's covered in blight.
I was about to say, like... Oh.
Happy again has a good amount of gold here, thanks to all that unsummon. He could go for another heal scroll. He's got one already. Good looking army right here. 76 supply. And the last ditch effort. Sok. Yeah, looks like you're pretty spot on with that call. 70 supply, roughly, is what he's going to be able to get to. But this is the last chance.
DK Going again to the shop. Another heal scroll. Close to 5-5, as you say. If Sok gets a perfect position, he can do this.
I think he can win the air battle, but he's got 4 Griffins to kill 6 Fiends with AMS. This is a big damage problem as far as army goes.
Yeah, he
He needs Blizzard here. He doesn't have Blizzard, does he?
No, he can't afford it. Mountain King Clap, I guess. He got a mana potion. He got Knights too, but oh my, Happy has possession.
Yeah. Why did he make Knights? What? I mean, he only has 1 Knight. It is certainly not an overcommitment, but I think I know where that possession's gonna land.
Well, we got a staff. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, this seems like Happy Kiting is in full effect. Can the Gyros win the air battle? That's the most important thing first and foremost. The Destro comes in once again, the inner fire. This spell, can the Destros finally be dealt with? Looks like it.
Level 5 on the Lich, far forward by the way, taking so much damage! Happy too slow with the coil! Didn't use the Ember Potion! He thought the coil would save the Lich, but it didn't! Happy loses the hero, very painful!
Exactly.
But maybe he can afford a Tavern Res.
Holy! No, he can't. He doesn't have the resources. He doesn't have the resources. He is unsummoning something. Ooh, big chance. Lich is back. Can Sok lay in the damage for the Haunted? He's on a timer. We do have Mass Telly.
Almost no mining here anymore, but the Griffin's now caught. The DK in front. The DK's almost dead. Oh, AMS too late. Happy getting punished heavily here. Holding on to the Ember Potion still, now using it finally. The damage is insane, but the DK barely survived. Knight now stolen.
Oh.
Is this it?
It looks like it, man. 38 food only. Can he go for another hero snipe? Happy super defensive. Mountain King, he's just threatening another kill here. He wants the Lich, he wants the DK. Position by Happy is amazing. Ready for the next coil. He will surely not miss that one. Anti-magic is absorbing the nuke. There's Curse everywhere. Archmage now on the menu. Lining up a Nova, but the Holy Light uses defensively.
The Gyros took out the gold mine.
Lol.
Oh, damn. Happy has no mining anymore, but he's fighting on still. Next Impale and more kills. More than double the supply. Can the human heroes do it by themselves? Even the Knight has turned against them. It's just 1 priest along with those triple hero.
Nasty Nova. Paladin in trouble. Heal potion pass. Nice save. But Sok feels like he has to tap out too much. 34-minute batter to open up our final 4 at B Cup 20.
Yeah, super cool. Great game. Great back and forth. Sok, after kind of a tough start, gets back into a good position. This was a great position. 5-3-3 heroes in the end game before really having to commit to a huge fight. That's a dream, and that's the dream, excuse me, for human. Also 2-2 Griffins, 80 supply. But why no 3-3? That's a question. Why not use more Holy Light? That's a question. And for me, the biggest question, when are you going to give up on those priests, man? They're not working. It's not the ticket. Mainly, it is finally a map that dares to be a bit bigger again. Big is beautiful, Neo, in the new age, as we know. While most new maps were like medium-sized, you know, like kind of Concealed Hill, Northern Isle, somewhere in the middle. Thank God, not so small as Amazonia anymore. Now finally a bigger map again, with 4 spawning points again, with more gold mines again. It's not as big as Twisted Meadows, that's for sure, but it is finally with a bit more room again for more strategy, more experimentation, more discovery.
The biggest beautiful thing, is that only for Warcraft maps, or do I have to worry?
What is there to worry about?
Like,
big biceps, baby, let's go!
no, a different body part that I worry about, but hey, let's not get into this too much. We got a Cryptod once again, we got an Archmage once again. Another cool thing about Shattered Exile is, of course, you have 2 expansion positions. And these expansion positions are encircled, basically, by labs. So, since Sok used Zeppelin and Sapper before, there's chances for that again.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is Sok's...
I could see some more Zeppelin for sure. I think it would be a dream scenario if Sok could cancel the expansion with level 3 again and again and again. If there is no expo at the next daytime, after this nighttime, then you can go for Zeppelin and endlessly cancel the Undead expansion.
Maybe even with a Shredder. That would be a nice play. Zeppelin and Shredder can be purchased together, oftentimes done on, for example, Hammerfall. And then instead of sending it to the lumber right away, you could maybe take a little detour, drop behind the haunted gold mine. Would be a neat play. Expo has been finished. The Ring of Regeneration against the Crypt Lord is so good.
Oh my god, he's gonna be so hard to kill. Happy scouting both gold mines. Beetle at the one, see nothing there. Beetle's at the other, see the Archmage. Ooh, AM items, we mentioned earlier, weren't that great. This time, wonderful. Robe insanely good, and Gloves of Haste also really nice. And that's a fast level 3 right here. Happy knows he's probably a bit weak when it comes to fighting army versus army, but why don't we just go for those juicy little peasants?
Water Elemental expired. Peasant indeed. Yummy, yummy, yummy. The beetles came in hungry. Skeletons take care of the peasants up top. And Sock is trying to distract, and that is working, but his mana is super low.
Sock is trying to get a cancel across the map maybe, but this is just a ruse. This is just a fake. He's got no mana and no footies here. No way he can cancel this. Happy may be overreacting to this little threat. Nice little fake out by Sock trying to protect the peasants, and now coming in with a power build.
Impale should be ready. We got boots. Archmage still dribbling. I was worried about that Archmage position next to the trees, but Sock again. Good call. Tech of the tower is finishing in 10 seconds. Power build, as you said. This is a pretty clean early, and if we compare Expo timings, should be faster than on game 1.
Yeah, this is looking indeed very even so far. Hardly a difference in the expansion. Of course, the Human Expo is more expensive with that power build.
Right on.
Sock had lots of footies.
660 or something? Oh, it's 6 workers even. That's even more expensive.
Yeah. But it is nice and quick. Beginning to mine now. Happy has 4 out of 5 acolytes, by the way. Okay, now here comes number 5. Happy needs to get some kills here, or some creeps. Doesn't want to be stuck on level 2 for too long.
Yeah, super defensive position by Sock again. Not even close to the tower. Postering forward now. Would love to put some damage onto Ziggurats here to weaken that defensive position a little bit. Don't want to allow Happy a Fort Knox on the right-hand side. But Happy outmaneuvering Sock a little bit. 4 ghouls ready to pounce.
Waiting for the right moment, seemingly. Not committing yet. 3 to 4 ghouls, that's normally the sweet spot number. The Goldilocks zone. They can split onto different peasants, make it hard to defend, and here we go. AM right now, busy! He was looking somewhere else, gets surrounded. Good thing he just got that telestaff. That gets him out of trouble in just a second. The footies are there to defend against the ghouls, and multiple armies being split. Again, both players trying to defend and attack at the same time, respecting the opponent, and trying to test the waters here. What can you get away with? What can't you? So far, really good defense on both sides.
And good tech timings. Like 2 minutes earlier than on game 1 in favor of Sock. And once again, he doesn't really try to do anything against this Expo. He's going for the main, but at the same time, we've seen 4 ghouls before. Now we got 4 footies on the tail end of this attack. Good distraction by Sock.
Yeah, Happy hasn't gotten really any kills in a long time. He got level 2 right away from the first creep camp. Beyond that, didn't get too much. Now we're gonna have a real fight, as it seems, breaking out in the main base. The human army with the range can snipe more easily those ghouls. But the AM has to fall back already. Crypt Lord right clicks do kind of hurt. Oh, he's going for the graveyard. That is going to slow down the tech for Happy a lot if it goes down.
And it does. Footman, very good little wrecking ball. Same for ghouls. Speaking of ghouls, 1 goes down. Crypt Lord kind of surrounded there, trying to go for an impale. Gets his way out of there. Brute force escape. This will probably require a potion once again. Sock getting another ghoul here. Wonderful attack of the Korean human.
Trying to take out the second crypt as well, and that looks like it's going to be successful. We do have the Zeppelin indeed. Happy really struggling now because of his low levels. Only level 1 spells so far. And the Zeppelin can save now 1 footy after the next. Tough spot for Happy, that's for sure.
Needs to be careful though. Impale coming in, good damage, but no follow-up here. Sock is evacuating everything. Big damage done, good ghoul kills, and can he now pendulum attack? Between main base and Expo, there's only a Nerub tower. That's not too threatening, and also hard to engage into this position for the Crypt Lord. What I love by Happy, though, Graveyard re-established at that second base. Sok is fooling him. Again, the Crippy is in position on the right-hand side, but the Zeppelin at the main, where the herd ghouls are. More potential for Sok.
Tier 3 now started on both sides. Happy really love to have a gargoyle, but the slow Graveyard made getting that one impossible, at least until now. Now we could get the guard. I still feel like it would be worth it. And perhaps most importantly, we have one of negation. That's easier to deal now with Watch Elementals, and it's also finding some more experience. This Crypt Lord really needs some more experience.
2.7 is abysmal indeed. Sok on the way to tier 3. With the workshops coming, Mountain King, of course, this seems to be set in stone. The Graveyard is finishing now. He also built the altar at the Expo. Also something that could have been easily been an oversight to, throughout all this chaos, forget the altar. We've seen it many times on the undead side. But no, Tech Tree is opened up now. We go for slaughterhouses, but lumber. Lumber is a gigantic problem.
And when you have many ghouls at home, though, that very often can quickly change.
Yeah, but that means they're not part of anything else.
Yep, that is true. Gargoyle caught right away with a Stormbolt. That one might be going down. Crypt Lord, oh my god, this is the latest level 3. I've seen it in a long time. Finally gets hit here. The Wand of Negation, again paying off. It's of course always some gold that this takes. But at last, a level up for Happy. And again, this is the tier 2 phase. It's not going to be lasting forever. Tier 3 soon going to be ready with the tier 3 units joining as well. But this is where Undead is supposed to take map control and supposed to be dominant on the map. Doesn't feel like it right away.
Not really, no. And the Griffin Aviaries are finishing as well, so creep speed will intensify a lot for Sok. Mountain King can level up. Dude, with this attack, if he had a heal scroll there, he could have stayed so much longer. It's something Fortitude oftentimes does. But this attack overall was already pretty expensive. Sweet snipe. Happy.
Yeah, terrific coil right there. DK coming around the corner, seeing that opportunity immediately. Mana Potion, Impale, next opportunity, more kills. Finally some more experience for the Crippy.
Tier 3 has been unlocked. We're denying the Footman. I'm a bit worried about that Archmage here as we get closer and closer to another Impale. Mountain King throwing the hammers left and right to take the teeth out of this push with ghoul kills, of course. Griffins are coming. They should be able to clean this up. Or is the Mountain King maybe alone responsible for this? Surround. Archmage, staff ready. Needs it soon. Impale is ready in 3, 2, 1. Perfect tele staff.
Getting another Fiend there as well. MK, can he get out of this? Oh, Happy. Mess up the surround for once. He didn't have much time to close it. MK surviving. Kill wouldn't have been the most impactful, probably, with him only being level 1. And now Happy gets up to a small supply lead, but Sok again building a good gold bank right here.
Again, 1100 gold. And for that Mountain King, expert analysis from me here, Mr. Remo Demo. Healthy Mountain King is better than a dead Mountain King.
Most of the time, I think that is indeed quite true.
What's the case where that's not true?
Maybe you need the supply right now to make something better.
Yeah, like what?
Like Griffins, maybe?
Okay.
Look at those Griffins, baby. They're gonna get so strong this game. I wonder what kind of army Sok is looking for the late game. Is he gonna try the priests again? At this point, you could call it stubbornness. We don't know yet. We do know. Happy's going for a push. Oh, but the gyro scouting again looking great. Look at that, man. Sok sees it right away, and he knows that expansion gonna be in trouble. He does have the TP. Never had to use it until now.
Oh, gyro position seems to be good with the towers here. Impale, Nova, the classic Happy combo. Fiends marching forward, getting in a couple of webs. Only one, actually. Heal scroll used to get the destroyer back up in shape. They can dispel for a little bit more health here. Sok, can you take the destroyers out of the air?
Only one destroyer's left. Looks like that one should be going down pretty soon as well. Is Happy gonna morph more? He has very low mana on the DK. No coil at the moment. Difficult kiting game right here, right now. Level 2 on the Pally as well. This fight is looking great for the human.
Mountain King 50%. Paladin used more mana than in the previous fight already. Mountain King with the last Stormbolt. We got Militia in the fight as well. Nicely repositioning. The Impale's going onto the ground army that is available, but not much impact from the Impale. Happy's Fiend Micro is tremendous, but against that MK and the Griffins, what can they do in the long term?
Crypto took a lot of damage right there. The coil is in. Happy's mana now basically completely gone.
Griffin
Gets
damage.
away, luckily without more losses. And Sock finds himself now ahead on supply, ahead on experience. This is a perfect position for the human player.
Extremely close to Mountain King level 3. He needs a little bit of time to heal and repair. Would love to see him repair the gyros. Doesn't have the presence of mind at the moment. This time, we go for Devotion early, by the way. No Divine Shield on that Pally. No potions as well. Sock still has to stock up a little bit before the next fight, I feel.
No indication of Banshees this time by Happy. It's just more Fiends, more Destroyers. Seems like his army is going to be falling off the longer this game goes.
Yeah, the transition...
Sock's position a lot here.
The transition was pretty late last game as well, so I wouldn't rule it out at infinitum. Lich gets level 2, DK has level 3, so we're catching up in levels purely via workers, and this seems to be Happy's game plan. Impale, Nova, rinse and repeat.
Catching one of the Griffins here. Happy using web partly manually to not just use it all on the gyros. Lich taking a lot of damage here, almost going down. The coil is not enough to save him. Just absolutely getting blown up. No orb now anymore. Happy's damage drops significantly. And the Fiend's getting owned right here as well. The clap is so good against them.
The Shredder!
It is some Griffins also falling. But the Shredder, yeah, fighting with everyone else. Good normal damage. And it's another fight that goes to Sock, isn't it?
Jesus, that was the last coil. Oh my, 53 versus 52 food. The fight looked better for Sock, I would say. Destroyers again, completely wiped. Heroes are actually in favor of Happy. That Lich kill, of course, big value for Sock because that Lich can't level now and he can't reach the level 2 Nova, which is essential against the Griffins. But it's not over. Happy's still fighting. And Sock, 3 gyros wept here. Bit of an oversight. We praised the gyro micro heavily on map 1. It's a bit weaker this game.
Oh, can he catch up at least one Fiend? Might be getting killed off here. Yeah, the coil not enough to save. So in the end, it's kind of an even trade.
Lol, creep, get involved as well. Berserker, you're just asking to die. That was not smart of you, buddy. Griffin, though! Both of them.
Lich misrallied. He's running to the main base. Oh, Happy. He's not realizing it.
Huge mistake, of course. The Orb of Corruption is essential for the undead. Very low amount of gyros. Happy sees a chance here with another destroyer. Lich finally makes it to the right place.
4 webs. That's 4 webs. That's 4 kills.
Yep.
Oh, so why did you push onto Blight? That's very unnecessary losses.
Bit shaky here. In a moment where he has an opportunity to do some damage, his nerves may become in the way. And this is something we have observed with Sock a lot. He is able to get into top 6, top 4, sometimes top 3 situations. And then he gets nervous and does some unnecessary mistakes, some unforced errors. Maybe it's one of these moments again.
Crippled almost 5, I mean, excuse me. What was the big item? Mana Stone. Ooh, that could be really good as well. Lots of peasants died, by the way, earlier with these peasant attacks. This could start to become very painful over at the expansion. There's no TP. Peasants exposed for the next Happy attack.
Ruined Bracers for Sock. Has to pick it up. This is a long way home if he doesn't go to the shop. Okay, big attack as you say. Only 3 gyros here. Level 5 on the Crypt Lord. Happy always finds a way.
So some peasants left here alive. Level 3 Lich though. Big level up right there. Happy's mana is not looking insane, but he's got some juice to work with. And now Happy has the supply lead. He has clawed his way back. Again, Sock found himself in a good position on tier 3. But now it seems like Happy has retaken that lead.
Has the money for double heal scroll. Against gyros, of course, this is used to help the destroyers and they are morphed right away. Seems like Happy is going for the knockout punch. Remarkable how it doesn't matter how far behind he is and if he loses the hero or not, he knows exactly what to do, and he's punishing every mistake. But these gyros are exposed, and so is the Lich.
Yeah, Lich taking heaps of damage right here. Coil necessary, trying to distance himself with a Nova. Where's the next Stormbolt landing? Onto the Fiend. The heroes with that are safe for a short while, trying to keep it alive with Frost Armor and Coil. Not enough. The Militia help here is actually pretty damn good, and the Gyros doing okay against the Destroyers. I think they took up one of them.
Yes.
Lots of webs were active, now running out. And Happy losing a lot here in the retreat.
He didn't use the heal scrolls yet. Bit worrying here. The webs
Going on to Blight.
Yes,
Sock, this is where you gave your lead away.
Rinse and repeat, buddy. He smells the Fiend kill, gets the Fiend kill, and now retreat should be... It's still 4 webs. Gets one. Re-web. Huge losses again. While gyros in singular aren't that expensive, in masses they are. And that is 520 gold right there.
And the Beetles this whole time were at the expansion. The mining has significantly slowed down. This also means this gold mine lasts longer. And Happy's gonna mine down soon, by the way. Happy only has 2 minutes left, as it seems, to win this game.
He's going for it. Gyro numbers, okay, I would say. Every Stormbolt seems to be a kill. The Mana Stone was committed, by the way, in the last fight.
Destroyers very low HP now. Heal Scroll comes in, pulling back the Destroyers. There's a bunch of mana potions on Happy, by the way, on the Crypt Lord. Is that the perfect target?
Lich.
He seems to think it is. Lich in trouble. Lich almost dead. Heal Scroll is in. No Invul Potion used again. Happy could have saved the Lich here, but gives away the third hero again. Is that the game-losing mistake?
Similar to Springtime, Mountain King in trouble as well. The Holy Light comes in before the coil. 50-50 food. He saves the Fiend instead. The Shredder, backbone of this army with the normal damage. Stormbolt kill. Oh my god. Even so many aggressive Holy Lights. Love it in this situation. When the heroes are safe, you can use them aggressively. Even the staff saving the Shredder. And this time, no Beetles at the expo. Still fully mining.
Happy might be running out of steam here. 800 gold left at the expo. 500 gold left in the main base. Oh, if he uses that Invul Potion, I wonder what happens in that fight. That's a question Happy will have to answer himself if he loses this series. Double level 5 though, really good. A little bit more creeping for more items. Big consumable here. Could make quite a difference.
What a series, man. What a series. Thank you. Alpha Machine 12 for the 38 month. Siki 87 for the 32 month. We can conclude, by the way, this game will not have Banshees. Happy finds a big mana potion, brother. That is, again, the Happy items.
That's one he might need. Most useful probably on the DK for more coils. Level 3 coil now available. Coil Nova Impale is going to be very scary here, by the way. If there's an opening onto these heroes, going to be looking dangerous. No invuln at all on Sock. That's kind of crazy. Rune Bracers, though, at least on the Archmage.
True, that will help. Oh, one staff will also help. Shredder helps against the continuous Beetle Harass. 5-5-3, as you say, but also Mountain King close to 5. We have one Invul Potion available on the left-hand side shop. Sock has the money also to go for it, but stuck at 66. His expansion, his main, running for another minute. His expo running for 2 more minutes.
Happy's getting ready to go all in here. More Destroyers. It's going to be a huge chain morph. The gyro numbers here are going to be so important.
He's at 9.
At the moment, how many we got?
9. 10 with the one in the workshop.
Gyro upgrades also not that good, which is understandable, of course. You focus on Griffin upgrades for the most part.
Sock has no TP and is on the opposite side of the map. Maybe he can mine out. It's only 1.5 more minutes on his expo. Maybe he doesn't have to defend, and creeping is the better option.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, actually. Level 5 MK here would be so big. Level 3 clap. Amazing against everything on the ground. There it is. Ankh of Reincarnation. Really good, I think, in this kind of a situation where he doesn't have invulns.
Yeah. And this is the Happy push. 5-5-3 versus 5-5-4. Mana Potion, Invul Potion. Sock still without any consumables. And he's rushing home. IMO.
I think Sock should just ignore this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's not about explosion anymore. It's about who wins the fight.
Yeah.
Wait for the mana to expire.
This gives a little bit of XP, but no meaningful levels. Blacksmith is falling too. He's getting ready. Shredder down. Bo7, my dude. The gyros connect nicely. Stormbolt as well. Fiend marching forward for the web. Can the gyros take out the Destros?
Yeah, this is the fight that might perhaps win and decide this next map. Destroyer's falling back. There's not too many heal scrolls for them. The clap could be huge here on the MK. MK is getting clapped to minimize the clap. They're getting impaled, I mean. Clap comes in still, and the Destroyers are dying in the air. Gyros have won the air fight. What about the rest?
They're all gone. DK! Holy good night, brother! Level 6 Archmage and Happy has 2 keystrokes left, and that's GG. Stock ties up the series in the winner bracket with a very, very good game. One flaw where he overcommitted maybe a little bit. Apart from that, very good play, very, very good fights. And these expensive holy lights, man, I gotta say, it works out beautifully. Very interesting situation. Happy yesterday took 2 maps to find his rhythm versus 1-2-0. This could be the case as well. Analyze, adjust, overcome is what he has to do, I guess. And once he figured Sock out, then the question is, how many layers does Sock have and how many plan Bs does he have? So many questions, but that's why it's a strategy game. There's a lot of knobs you can twist. But for now, Happy is not twisting anything. Cryptlord, Expo instantly, and Sock also. With a creep route. Also with an Expo. Similar styles as before. Ring of Protection for the Archmage is not necessarily what you want, as you don't want to take damage on the old man. Anyway, it's Water Elemental's Militia, Footman that soak it up, so damage is always appreciated. Level 2 on both sides. And Happy with the claws +8. Very nice to have. Crypt Lord hits hard already. Now that intensifies. Footman just confirming what we all knew beforehand. And I assume this is gonna be a staff play once again. Sock pretty unlucky with double ring. But the tower has priority. Stays close to the Expo, knowing that Happy is marching across very, very soon. Good scouting again. We said this many times throughout the series now. Whether it's Footman or Gyros, Sock is gathering informations way more than before. Who? Or was exhausting, yeah?
No. I'm just saying, ooh, baby. Look at the discrepancy in damage. Happy with the double claws. Archmage with the double rings. Not exactly what he was hoping for. And this creep route, by the way, isn't even exactly level 3. He needs one more darn Skelly or Beetle. I mentioned earlier between the maps that, yeah, creep routes make a big difference to the level up timing and so on. Staff now on the Crypt Lord, getting ready for the big attack. This serves a double purpose. Killing peasants here and delaying the expansion would be huge already for the econ lead. And also, he's hoping to distract from his own expansion with this play. In fact, Sock is not thinking about attacking at all so far. He's just defending. Happy's Expo is coming up safely. Question is, how many peasants will fall? Here goes one. Nice deny. Another one goes down. That's 2. Make it 3. And that hits level 3 for both players.
Exactly. Close to Happy's base is only an illusion. Archmage is here for the rescue. You said nice deny. I say nice deny. The Arcane Tower, what a backbone of this defense. But Happy is doubling down with more ghouls.
Crypt Lord completely out of mana. Ghouls here also pretty low HP. I would love to see some boots of speed. I'm a big fan of that on the Crippy. And that was a big delay on the expansion. Good start for Happy right here.
Exactly. Also, remember how the XP looked in Game 1 and Game 2. Sock overtowered him fairly quickly. That is not the case. Great ghoul retreats here. Footman still trying to get some kills in. This is looking a bit closer to what we've seen on Springtime compared to Shadowed Exile. It's also map design-wise closer to that. And Archmage is hunting.
Oh, juicy kills here available. The Narrow Tower is upgraded, but the AM can still get those kills easy. At least 1. Looks like 2. Really good sniper eye here by Sock. And Happy right now, not able to do anything across the map.
Well. Footman hold the ground for now. I am adjusting the volume as you please, chat. So, Water Elemental pressure into the main once again. That is a staple of Sock's play.
Footy's getting ready to join this battle as well. Crypt Lord now also looking for stragglers. Man, that plus 13 damage is pretty nice. You can hunt down those Footies real quick. Double Watch Elemental out right now. Sock would love to find some kills here. One is about to expire. He's lacking a bit of mana for the next one. But what can the Footies do? On the other base, taking out the graveyard. We saw that earlier as well.
Was about to say, super cool play by both players. Happy knows that Sock is gunning for that graveyard once again. He did it before, so he preemptively builds the graveyard at the expo to have a bit of peace there. Sock identifying this, storming towards the expo and kills the graveyard once again. No spirit towers, no fiends, no gargs against the potential Zeppelin play, and of course slaughterhouses possibly delayed as well. If he can cancel that graveyard one more time, and guess what? Archmage's back again. Graveyard, sayonara.
Yeah, really hard for Happy to deal with all of this. Didn't even cancel the graveyard. There's so many fires to put out. Main base in trouble, Expo in trouble. When you're forced to fall back with all of the HP ghouls, Sock very nicely identifying that he could get it in some real damage, get a bunch of kills, and experience-wise, I was expecting him to be even further ahead, but it is very close still. But that late graveyard is going to be really annoying.
Super cool play by Sockman. The Arsonist. I love what he's doing here. Might not lead to a win immediately. He's playing with fire himself now. He wants more ghouls. He wants to reduce the lumber income. One impale and he's probably dead. Has a staff though to get out. He just can't take any damage. So he plays it safe.
Happy here certainly losing some ghouls, but also saving many of them. Happy's high APM pays off very well here, saving many of those ghouls. Most likely, any other undead would have lost a lot more. But as it stands, Sock has a tiny supply lead, but really not by much. Tech is looking pretty even. Perhaps the most even early game so far at the end of the day. Happy's trying to take the middle camp, take the item away. But there's a Zeppelin to help out the human player.
Yeah, level 4 here. Impale just got stronger, but the Zeppelin is there, not affected. We got a Berserker actually on Happy. Rare to see. Wrestling so hard with the 2 claws. Doc, be careful.
It's a bit scary right now. That Burzy, smart addition, but that Burzy is going down. Happy pulls him back a little bit too late. That's a painful loss. Now again, nothing can hit the Zeppelin. Happy loses track of the Berserker here for a short while, and it's very annoying. That Zeppelin now can continue to harass, but there's Gargs already coming. And I say Gargs plural.
Ooh.
This is going to be a gargoyle game, maybe. By the way, also, the altar. Late. Happy makes that mistake.
Yeah, he builds double altar right now.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's a calm moment in the game right now. Is he going to realize he's got double altar, or did he just forget about it? This means the tech lead is again heavily on the human side.
Interesting. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What a game, man. You said it. Tier 3 on the way. Happy delayed by half a minute on this tech, maybe? Roundabout. Not going any slaughterhouses either. Just, he has almost the resources. Now he cancels the second altar as the one finishes. DK delayed, Tier 3 delayed, slaughterhouses delayed. Gargoyle production has stopped for now. Archmage got level 4, and of course we go again to double workshop and then Griffin Aviaries as fast as possible.
Big item here. Has still not been claimed. But the second hero timing lead is huge right here.
Solo experience for the Crypt Lord, of course, might help with level 3 Impale. Zeppelin is here, but you can't pick up stunned units. And mana by Happy is looking good.
One gargoyle gonna be denied by the other gargoyle. That's a nice touch, but still dead. There's a Zeppelin, I mean, a peasant here to repair the Zeppelin.
Oh,
wow.
Damn. Impale doesn't hit the Archmage. Going for the Mountain King, actually. Didn't expect that. Trying to buy some freedom, but he snipes the Gargoyle one more time. No impact, really, by these Gargs, and the Zeppelin play is superb.
Happy bought the time, though, for the DK to arrive. He had to pay for it with quite a few lives. Ghouls going down. Gargs going down. Beetle's getting coiled here. I guess that's the only unit that Happy has on the field at the moment.
That's right. The Ghouls are in the base. The Fiends are saved. Aiming for the Crypt Lord. A bit optimistic. Both are farming each other's summons.
And Happy might take control here of this middle point of the map. Especially if there's web. Ooh, if there's web here, that's pretty scary.
It's not.
And Happy going for a very early temple this time.
Ooh, Sock is scouting with Water Elemental now. At the expo, he won't find anything there. He gets the middle camp, he gets the consumable. Eventually, a win for Happy. Gets the health stone. It's a very hero-focused heavy game, as we've seen on the past 2 games, so not bad to have. But yeah, so far, Sock is blind towards the temple, even though it's built far forward. Also, only 1 slaughterhouse, so less Destros, way earlier Banshees.
Lots of gold on both players. Lumber a bit low at the moment, but this is where the Shredder comes in amazingly. I've seen some Happy games even lately, where he goes for a Shredder. This is rare still, but we almost never saw it on Undeads. The great thing about having a Shredder as Undead is you can bring all the ghouls into the fight and then don't have to worry about pulling them back or replacing them. It looks like Happy is not feeling the need to go for a Shredder still. But he's taking these middle camps. This is what Undead is supposed to do in the tier 2 phase. You have map control, you take the middle camps, and try to get an item and experience lead that way.
Seeing Sock's play towards the first 2 games, Shredder might be a juicy target for Griffin flybys. But yeah, creep camp wise, totally agree with you. 1, 2, 3 camps directly onto Happy's account. Also splitting the Crypt Lord away, as Impale becoming less and less important. Great scout with the Beetle as well, so he knows exactly where Sock is. And that might be a chance to attack, as he can't creep jack here anymore. Also by Sock, I like it. Create some distance, still taking some camps away for rise towards level 3, and take the big mana potions away from Happy.
Big heal potion here for the MK. This MK is looking extremely tanky. Happy most likely should try to focus everything other than that hero. Now at last, Lich 3rd shows up. Happy lost that hero more than we were used to seeing from him. Invo potion definitely going to be a requirement for him. Lots of damage on the Lich, plus 21 already, fresh out the box. Not quite level 3 DK yet.
Happy got a big mana potion, by the way.
Classic. Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Did you expect anything else?
Ah, sorry. It's just... I still find that funny. No, my humor. Close to level 3 MK now. Red spot item, claws plus 12. Finally some damage, but from the wrong spot. Would love to have an aura here on the other side. Happy. If that's a brilliance aura, that's a huge boost. What he got? Oh, battle drums. Okay. Not too great in comparison to movement speed or mana regeneration. But still, won't complain about that. We got the important hero levels almost all ready. This time again, Devotion Aura on instead of Divine Shield for the Paladin.
Both players now working on upgrades. The game has slowed down significantly. And now the question is who can creep more of the rest of the map. Solo experience priority being given to Lich and Paladin as well. Those level 3s are so huge. You want to make sure you get to them as close as possible. And the little Banshee sees an evil army outside the main. That's level 3 Pally. This is again fantastic levels for Sock before the first real fight.
Also, we have double temple up already. We go back to the strat of game 1 with priests. Still, I wonder if breakers wouldn't be better, but Sock is sure about this, apparently. The snipe was nice. Also, this one storm, that was a statement stormbolt onto the Banshee's face. Like, yeah, this is gonna happen to all your sisters and cousins. Spread the word. And this is, of course, a bit annoying as you want to gather as much mana as possible when the Banshees are on the field. Little bit of a stalemate here. A storm is brewing.
Yeah, interesting to see how the priests are going to do this time. I feel like they have more potential this time around. Against Destroyers, it seems like they are not the unit you want to have, but against Banshees, I would say that's a much better prospect.
Second Banshee.
And so again, trying to buy time. Doesn't want to fight yet.
Dude,
you want to draw this out as long as you can.
I love the Zeppelin over the forest. It's so good. It's so much vision. He sees the entire time what's leaving Happy's base. Where is it going? Giving an indicator, of course, where Happy is as well. And then he sniped 2 Banshees. Super cool. Speaking of cool, whenever you talk about cool, you gotta mention the Lich. Double claw and mantle. Don't underestimate. Plus 22 damage. 24.
Yeah, Sok is playing his mobility advantage right now. Really cool. With the heroes and the griffins and the knight, he's very fast. The fiend banshee army a little bit... what's the word? A little bit stocky. Has difficulty getting in the right spots. And Sok always finding some kills here and there. Committing now against the expansion. Even forcing the TP. Izzy, happy TPs into the back. Wants to save the Haunted.
We got gyro bombs here. How expensive can he make it? I don't think he's gonna get it now. The curse is a blessing. Not for Sok, of course. That was a bit expensive. I don't think he lost Griffins, though.
I think he lost one. Which would still be minimal losses, honestly, if that's all.
Ooh, we get 3-2
And the curse
upgrades.
all getting dispelled by the priests. That's nice. And Sok has a good gold bank. Soon he can go into high upkeep, I imagine.
Oh, crazy. True. Also 3-2 upgrades. Inner Fire again, rebuying Town Portal, stocking up on heal scrolls, invo potions. Inventory is looking a lot better for Sok than it was before. Shout out here to Saliano for the tier 1 sub, 26 month. Much love. Sok has a real chance of taking Happy's losers map.
Happy would like to force a fight, but how can he do it? Sok is just running away, trying to take the fight on his own terms. Easy staff save. Sok is being very patient.
Wondering a bit that Sok only has one staff. He got a knight again. The Banshees are just waiting to possess it, but to be fair, Banshees are low mana across the board.
And they've been spamming anti-magic shield here. Anti-magic shell. Nova. Impale. A couple more kills here against those peasants. Is Sok not gonna defend? Is he just counterattacking?
Looks like it, huh? Happy has a TP, though. That takes some time. All the workers rip. 1,000 gold still. Doesn't want to fight against the Banshees. I'm surprised to not see a single mortar.
Oh. Now, no towers at the expo. This is going to be a feast for the ghoul run-bys now. Happy TP home and then TP out, I guess.
Very aggressive. Sok, what are you doing? This is Gyros, ready to die. He only lost one. And a bunch of workers. This is free XP with the water elemental too. Sok's just towering up at the natural.
Getting ready for a third base. Okay, I mean, he's got the lumber necessary. Peasants back at the expo. Happy could now attack towards the main base and send ghouls to the expo. I feel like that would make a lot of sense here. But he's being held back perhaps by the lumber. Going for Frenzy now. Didn't have Frenzy this entire time. He's probably thinking about those ghoul run-bys as well.
He has 3 or 5. Yeah, he can afford that. Storm is brewing. Can these, if these towers finish, man, just a couple of them.
Being down pretty good against them though. The Bands are being held back way far. Target fire, of course, against the Griffins. The whole light is looking good, though. The Priests, so far, still working. Arcane Tower is up. Impale against the Priests. Mana's being drained quickly on the Crypto. Doesn't have a mana potion, by the way. We have Knights in as well. There's no mana for the possession, as it seems. Even the Gyros with the bombs doing a little bit of damage.
How much time for the tower? The cannon towers are up. That's massive damage. No frag shots, though, so they're not as good as they could be. Gyro's still falling. Happy has a massive supply lead. But how effective is that, really? Economy is, like, the optimization of Sok seems to be a bit better. But this army seemingly falling apart. Once again, he has the priest, but he misses the punch.
Griffin numbers not where you would like to have them. Happy seems to be getting full control now of this game. Could even go for that ghoul counter at the same time. Banshee mana low, but seems to be high enough. Everything is cursed up. And the priest truly can dispel, but there's going to be more curse then.
Oh, is Happy staying perfectly out of cannon tower range? Imagine the damage on the Banshees. Curse everywhere. Finally, level 5 Archmage shows you how little he killed here. Breaking through the Knights with 12 armor. Isn't that easy? Another Griffin is falling. Sock down at 60 and Happy. Did he even lose something here? This looks so clean.
And 91 supply. Didn't lose much. He has potions as well. Hellstone in the DK. Big mana potion as well if he needs it. Absolutely smashing this fight.
Sock.
These priests are of no use, man. Sock, it's time to give up on those priests.
Sock also had 1,000 gold during the fight. He didn't rebuild. He was fully focused on microing while Happy was producing. Now he seems to be in full control, man. The towers are going down. What a wasted investment that was. The Fiend damage numbers are great. Yeah, you can try to heal, but Fiends outvalue you. We don't have the aggressive Holy Lights here. We don't have the impactful Storm Bolts and Bolts as the Banshees just softened the punch. Shredder is doing whatever he can, but that is, in this case, not enough. He was the hero of map 2. Barely an impact here. Still a lot of Banshees, but 40 food ahead. Happy just a super clean fight.
How much did Happy lose, like, for real? He still has 94 supply.
Yeah, not much, dude.
Yeah.
Not much.
Priests are not good at killing, as it turns out. Happy gonna gladly take a third base now. Why not? He can afford it. I feel like Stock has given away 2 games because of priests. Not saying he would have won the first game for sure, but he would have had a way better chance without them.
Yeah. Again, I would love to see breakers instead. Also, the inner fire, as great of a buff as it is, doesn't seem to be a difference maker here. So maybe the investment isn't worth it and instead rather go fragmentation shards. The cannon tower with fragmentation shards would have been so good. Or mortars in the back in general. Didn't necessarily work that well. He's trying to muscle up on Griffins once again. This is also time where the Banshees get mana. And so we shouldn't be too surprised to see an Undead Knight soon.
Everything's webbed. Claps are looking pretty good, but it's just so little follow-up damage.
Yep.
Currently, there's not even that much curse, but once the Griffins get in range, they're gonna get cursed again. And yeah, I mean, 40 supply lead should be clear enough of a sign here, shouldn't it?
Well, should. Let's see. Mountain King, can he stock up on mana potions maybe? Not really, right? We also have 0 gyros left, so the Destroyer reigns supreme with lots of Dispel over and over. If there's a chance for Sock, it's only via Mountain King.
We saw some beautiful claps here, but there's just not much damage output anymore. Cryptlord, pretty low HP, but there's a level 3 coil. It's going to be some good healing. And speaking of healing, we have the Locust Swarm as well.
So
And now it's easy pick of time. Alright, Happy. He's going to take this 2-1 with some crazy hero levels in the end.
Yep, there's also an expansion on the back of this. Sock knows, so yeah, that wasn't it, unfortunately. Once again, it's very, very similar to game 1, where the entire game was kind of good, but the final fight belongs to Happy, and again, with the same unit composition, not too much to add to what we've seen before. We don't have too much to say about this early game because it's the same early game that we've seen 3 times before. It is Cryptlord, it is Archmage, it is also Hammerfall.
Hammerfall, indeed. I like this map a lot for human creep route. I've come around though to also the undead side of things. You can creep level 2 here right away, get a fast expo going, and go for a counter attack and keep the human busy. It drove me mad how many humans were playing level 2 harass when you have the perfect level 3 creep route on this map. But it looks like, thankfully, Soccer's going for the level 3 creep route.
Hidden call out to Starbuck, huh?
Oh, it's not just him. It's basically everyone. I think though they feel like against inferior undeads, hey, I can be very effective with this level 2 harass stuff. But we have seen Happy absolutely destroy that before. So here they might be thinking, I'm not going to work against this guy.
It did work a couple of times against 1-0, who might not have the optimal creeping. But yeah, we got Creepcraft once again. And Sock seems to be listening with a rather passive approach here. No instant level 2 harass. The harass is coming from the undead side, but Happy is thinking twice and moves back when in the middle of the map as the footman is knocking on the door.
Yeah, very interesting. AM is getting ready for the harass while the militia are creeping up north. Happy had to make a quick decision. Does he attack? Does he defend? He is trying to do both. Splitting his army. We got 1 beetle in the main, 3 beetles at the expansion, rest of the army home defending. Who's gonna multitask this better?
Ooh, I was a bit worried here about the Archmage. He was waiting for an item, couldn't grab it. Maybe boots, staff, something. Wasn't ready yet. One peasant going down, beetles as well. So far, no pressure from Sock towards Happy's expansion, but a footman surrounded.
One footy goes down. I guess we can call that first blood. Many footies were still up in the north. Impale! Here we go. AM is caught, locked in. Got the telly staff. Where we beaming, buddy? Right over there, to the footy. Would love to find a cancel on that haunted, but looks like it's a bit too late.
Yeah, this is the first time he aggressively is trying to go against the structure. This is where Happy shines, of course. He's been in these situations a million times versus Fortitude, and recently successfully defeated him 2-0 in L Cup. So if 40 can't do it, Sock can't do it. Oh, the ghoul run by the perfect time. Oh my. This is nasty. The footmen are just moving out. Now they're back, of course, but that's a couple of free seconds. Picks up the item because he can with the staff in. Gorgeous play by Happy.
I was about to say, he's not going for the tower? No, he is. Happy loves canceling that tower, and that is going to make things now a lot harder. No Arcane Tower burn for a long time. Happy probably going to lose some ghouls here, but peasant losses are very painful. We got 1. We got 2. We're about to get 3, and possibly even more. Ghouls joining in as well. Those level 2 water elements now have to do the work.
Man, in these situations, when you click on the town hall and the peasants are killed, you see the jump. It's always 20 seconds for every peasant, and then sometimes it says paused, and then you know that the situation is really, really bad for the human. Archmage running for its life. Footman just holding the door. Water Elemental focus is not optimal at all, and Happy is already taken. Oh, no, he's not.
Disastrous.
Oh.
Impales around again.
GG.
GG.
How about
Yep.
Scary Movie with Stone
All right.
Teenager? I
Is
was
this
one
what
smiley
you,
face.
you know, we kind of had a foreshadowing statement for this earlier. Is this a little sign of Sock crumbling, maybe? First 3 maps, Sock looked really good. Really damn good. I would say all 3 maps he could have won. I think all 3 maps he had a lead. Those priests, man. Those priests did him dirty. Like they did so many times in history. I think we should drop that joke now. But yeah, then map 4 was utter destruction. Is this where Sock is now gonna fall into old habits? Crumble before the might? The might that cannot be matched.
I mentioned the Super League game between them, and there it was a lot of Blizzard harass from Sock's side towards Happy's bases. I wouldn't mind seeing that again. It's desperate times already, right? You're 3 maps down. I would say completely switch it up. The basic idea wasn't too bad. Happy was just super well prepared at that time for that play. But now, Happy might not expect that, and therefore it might work. And if you're desperate anyway, go for desperate measures. I say go Archmage Blizzard harass.
Forces are under attack.
This was also a map where the 1 base push stuff was very popular. But I guess with that strat would play a different creep route. This is looking very standard so far. This is another map where the level 3 creep route for the AM is exquisite. You go from orange, green, orange, you open up the natural, you get the level 3, and you get that way earlier than the Crypt Lord. On this map also, interestingly, while Expo to main is not very far distance, Expo to Expo is super far. So if there's one map where you need telestaff, it is this one. If there's one map where we will see telestaff action, it should be this one.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that before, and we should just double down on this. I totally agree. We got the perfect items for Sock. This is, I guess, exactly what he needed. He got Claws for damage. He got Cloak for hiding in Impale surround situations. Super cool to have. Happy sends out the Beetles for scouting. Sock is interested in an expansion once again, it seems, as is the norm. So no 1 base play. Hallelujah. And Happy moving across, moving north, ready for some trouble.
Happy often, I think, creeps the shop here, gets the staff, and then staffs north, but not this time. This time it is full frontal attack. Oh, baby. Ghouls moving out from the expo, ghouls moving out from the main base. There's nothing left at home. This is total war that Happy is bringing up north.
Like he has an appointment at like 2:30. and really needs to rush this. He's probably disappointed with himself that he dropped the one map and now has to catch up time.
Sock in full defense mode. Not concerned at all at canceling the expo. And Happy's gonna have an expo lead here, guaranteed. There's no question about it.
Yeah, we talked about telestaffs, nowhere to be seen here. Pendant of Energy, kind of nice for an additional water elemental, but it's all about the tower. And that's 35 seconds where you gotta delay this. Oh, I don't see a bright future for the Arcane, but hey, maybe prove me wrong. There is ghouls coming in now. Impale to slow things down, and the perfect snipe on the tower.
Yeah, money impale right there, hitting all of the units. It's not that much damage, but it's the tower taken out. It's a lot of time bought. Cripplet, though, is going to be low mana now for a long time. There's one advantage Sok has. That's the level 3. Can you do something with that?
Yeah, level 3.3. He eventually got a lot of kills here. Maybe he can rebound a little bit. Depends if Happy gives him the time, of course. Beetle in the base as well, just nibbles away at the worker, calling for more militia. Lumber is looking fine, though. Now, we got the boots and the telestaff, and it's also stolen away. Well, no, there's 2 of each now, so it's not stolen away. But it's indicating, you know, I got the resources. My expo is running. I can't afford so much stuff.
Are under attack.
Beetle still scouting, but it seems like Happy's army a little bit too bruised right now to go for another full frontal attack. Did the task already. That's a big delay on the expo. And Happy this time wants to make damn sure the graveyard finishes. Graveyard starting before the tech even.
Sok seems incredibly passive. He does have backpack, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Did he use that already on the one scout footman? I don't think I followed that. Saw it a little bit late. Oh, no lumber for power build. He's not power building. Now he is. It's not finished, though.
That's a lot of beetles right there. More peasants could be in trouble. Or the water elemental. That one's surrounded. Footy's on a counterattack mission. But only 4 footmen. That's not that much. Is that so effective? Sok splitting his army. Trying to be efficient in 2 places at the same time. And it does slow down the tech at least for Happy, I think.
I guess so. More ziggurats coming up. Archmage with the Cloak of Shadows is tremendous. Can hide in the shadow of the Arcane Tower. We look at the 4 footmen once again, where the ghouls did defend the crypt. We have 13 seconds for more damage. And the water elemental. No impale here to threaten that Archmage, but a little bit of slow.
Happy indeed, not many units back at home at the moment. AM, though, also very hurt. Can't really contribute for too much longer. Those footy are sticking around in the main for a while, but they haven't really got many kills. Just that one ghoul so far. Oh, and a little gang up north, ready for the next peasant assault.
Oh, and they're hurt. Oh, they're bruised. They didn't pay attention. They didn't go to the hospital afterwards. The shop is only coming up now. Little retreat here. They want this Arcane Tower. They hate this Arcane Tower, just as Sok hates these hurt ghouls at the bottom right. 6 footy commitment while the Archmage is chilling and goes for a little spa.
Gonna be healthy enough to rejoin soon. The militia trying to clean up the main, or rather the expo attack. That is successful. But the tech lead here is so huge.
Now starting. Half attack, a little less than half attack. Now an attack towards the expansion where he finds the Tome of Relics. Easy. Was probably thinking about sniping the altar as well. Not the greatest time for that yet.
Happy, the good old diesel engine. Getting stronger and stronger throughout the course of a series, it seems. This was a great early game by Happy once more. Sok, difficult spot still for him. Not as bad as the last map, I guess. But not a good position by any means.
Ghouls were harassing again. The retreated footmen were waiting for the Archmage to give them a nice scroll of regen. Will not be possible though, and there's more and more and more units. Once again, the Shattered Exile level lead was tremendous. Afterwards, we've never seen that anymore. Archmage is able to clean this up a little bit, getting closer to level 4, which is a huge help. But yeah, lumber low. Money is looking okay, but Happy's bank account is filled to the brim.
A little bit low lumber here on Happy. Cannot go for all the tech immediately, but the tier 3 can begin pretty soon. Even made some more ghouls. How many we got left? 6 ghouls. That is pretty low, actually. Maybe still needs some more. And indeed, Happy forced to stay on tier 2 for just a little bit longer.
Can the footmen do? Can they reach level 5 soon is the question. No big creeping phase then in the middle. Probably looking if Sock is going for the red spot, but that is not the case. Rather the standard laboratory. No Zeppelin this time, as it looks. Simply Shredder. He could go for one. But here is the Crippler once again. If he gets the lasted here, nah, not allowed. Big mana potion, finally for Sock.
No, Impale almost for the steal, but I think the Shredder got the last hit. Shredder, in fact, cannot be impaled.
Nice Wand of Negation once again. Choo-choo! When you hear that sound, it's time to get rid of summons. And now, oh, little Zeppelin flex. And another Beetle, 4.3. Ghoul Gang, no, Beetle Gang, Summon Gang on the way to the left-hand side, but the wall has been erected and an Arcane Tower will still hold there. Little bit of a power spike gap for Happy currently.
Players' forces are under attack.
He's going for early Banshees once again. A little bit of Gargoyles. Oh, if he goes for 2 or 3 Gargoyles, he could even snipe the red cams here. That would be kind of sick. Would love to see that. But I guess that's just against the possible Zeppelin.
Yeah, but the Zeppelin is so far played defensively, so no use for that. And the Mountain King was able to snipe the Gargs before, maybe learning attack. Oh, he does have one. Not the second, though. Scouting information, great. Vision, great. Fly has been singing the praise of air units on Concealed for like 5 years. You get so much vision. Bro, you get so much vision, so much information. It's gorgeous. And it's right.
Gargoyle suicided to the towers. Not sure if that was exactly intentional. Maybe he wants to make room for more Fiend. Indeed, Fiends, and more Fiends we shall get with upgrades as well. And so far, it's looking good for Happy, of course. Got a full level lead on the second hero.
It is looking better than Hammerfall. We gotta say that. Sock finds his rhythm again. Oh, Bucky and Snare impale. Uh-oh. How many kills are possible? We don't have defend.
Footies have to play very afraid now. They know they're not much use anymore. Really? We're seeing the Griffin Aviaries starting to come up, of course. But just tempo-wise, seems like Happy's so far ahead. DK is getting surrounded, though, thanks to the Stormbolt. But he's got Invul, he's got Heal Scroll. Seems like he might be able to fight out here.
7 seconds. The Beetle still trying to open up the way. Resurround. Stormbolt. The Impale. Right when he wanted to throw the next hammer. Gorgeous counterplay by Happy. Zeppelin is ready to save the old man. Mountain King Water Elemental on a mission against the DK. But Happy's not giving him that.
All those plays that worked out so well on map 1, 2, and 3, they're all just not seemingly working this time. Of course, also it was a tough early game. Happy finding his groove more and more the longer the series goes on. He's only 1 map away from winning here in this upper bracket final. This would mean grand final guaranteed for Happy once again. The 10th one in a row in B Cup. And right now, chances are looking extremely good.
Yeah, there was one caster who was worried if Sock could keep up the tempo and quality of play. And that's why they call him the Prophet, everybody.
Yeah, it would be a crazy comeback if Sock manages this, but what is the play? What is the way back? Supply lead, gold lead, level lead on Happy. Not looking to slow down.
Close to 5-3. We get Claws plus 12 as well. No creep check opportunities, really. He's ready with the web. He's ready with anti-magic. He's ready with the curse. Sock needs a fight of a lifetime to stay in this series.
Did you have a lag as well?
Nope.
Okay. Finally, some more creeping for Sock. Dude, how different this game looks. It's insane. Remember map 1, 2, 3? Pally and MK got high levels. Like, MK always was level 3 for the first real fight. Completely crazy how different this is.
Couldn't get any kills, couldn't get any Lich kills especially, that fed him a lot of XP. Takes forever to take off the dragon, gets the rune braces, which is fine, but Happy might get the expansion. He's knocking on the door with his classic Impale Nova combo. He's always getting a lot of value. It's like, okay, you go air to counter my Impale, I will find my targets.
These towers don't stand for long. The expo mining has been halted. And that is the downside of Griffins. We've seen a couple of games how amazing Griffins can be in the late game, but they need a long time to really get ready. Happy this time with the early game so overpowering, can force the issue long before the Griffins are ready.
Yeah, and then he adjusted also to Sock's play with the early Banshees, so there's not too many openings. Sock willing to trade. Happy neglected the defense here a little bit. No Spirit Tower, so that could keep Happy at 70 food. And Sock might have a chance to go up to 80 if he keeps that up for a longer time. But yeah, in the main, his expo is falling. Like, no defense at all. Oh.
TPing too late.
Ugh.
There goes the Town Hall. And there goes the upper bracket, I think.
Yeah, double TP here, but he got a couple of Acolytes, not the main. Sock on one base, not supply blocked as he gave up on that Ziggurat attack. Rebuilding is impossible, doesn't really have the resources for it. He has one attack, and Remo, he got Inner Fire Priest again.
Oh my god, really?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I went double Sanctum.
Didn't learn from map 1
Like,
and 4.
If he had won some tournaments with his strat, I would be okay. You know, maybe you can make it work again. But literally, every time he plays these priests against Happy, he loses.
Looks
It's not like just today.
well, last fight with the help of the fountain, maybe something special is somewhat possible, but he's 15 food down. His Griffins only do 1/3 of the damage they're supposed to do thanks to Curse. And yeah, it's not too many Griffins to begin with. The heroes are down at 50%. The clap is coming in, but it's just level 1. And there was Anti-Magic Shell again. Happy is playing this expertly, and he is indeed for the 10th time in the B Cup Grand Final.
Happy again, looking to cash in, looking for that big prize money. Speaking of prize money, by the way, at the moment, Happy is the #1 prize earnings winner in the B Cup with $22,000. Looking for another big payout tomorrow, where we are going to see him. No guarantee Happy's going to win, but a top 2 is now guaranteed.